pants. All right, who do we got? We're streaming dual live to two people, to the Extreme channel and the Extreme channel, Facebook and YouTube. Bang Bang. You guys had these Bang drinks yet? They're like twice as caffeinated as a Monster with 0 calories, and they have like 20 flavors. This is cotton candy. Hopefully you guys can hear me. I'm here to bash the Broncos. Oh, Anthony, it was so bad. Being there, it was horrid. This is cotton candy. And I had birthday cake yesterday. That was awesome. It was like drinking birthday cake. Can you guys hear me? Sean's playing poker. Lewis is in the house. Eve, figure this. Some people are on Facebook watching. Edwin Diaz, lowercase. Lethal Venom, Dennis Chica. Otis. The guy who proved me wrong about Broncos is here. We dare not say his name. Taylor, Coco. Mesh, Taylor, the other Taylor. Chrome Man. What's up, guys? All right, cool. So it's been a day, man. Let me tell you about my day. It's Friday, which is awesome because the weekend's coming. But get up at 3 a.m. Extreme, go do my shit. Went to a 90-minute massage, full body. I do that once or twice a month. Then I got dirty somewhere else. And then I went to a Churrascario, Texas de Brazil, like Fogo de Chao, all-you-can-eat meat. And then I had a Bang Bang and did some more work. And now I'm unboxing this bitch, and I'm going to hang with the family tonight. And I'm doing very minimal filming this weekend. I'm only filming like 3 things. So let's... Asgard, yes. James is here. Adrian's here. Rome's here. Met Rome in NYCC. Chris is in the house. Alan, some people on Facebook. Jay Josiah. That's awesome. You said something in a comment today, Jay Josiah, and I just really respected it. I don't remember what it was. I was just like, yeah, speak, my boy. Get on with it. All right, Northern Monkey. Nice shirt. This is Sandman's shirt. You recognize it with the pants. So this is a piece I ordered a long time ago, and I'm going to say a lot of this in the review. And the person I bought it from, I will never buy from again. Horrible business practices. And I normally don't bash too much, but I'm going to bash the shit out of them. Not the manufacturer, the distributor. Because screw them. Gotta try and mystery it to you guys. Oh, I can hear the Mario Castar music now. That should give you a hint. Oh, look at that. You can see that? That's probably a good view. All right. Man. Somebody's on to me already. My 4th piece from this company, 1st piece from this distributor, and last piece. Got a little maintenance instructions. You have to maintain the statue, but maintenance instructions are kind of like directions. Chris, he is. Oh shit, I don't even know how to get this out. That's what she said. You might have to go upside down here, but I don't want to. Maybe the maintenance instructions said how to get this out. Oh, it's okay. We're going to have to do it on the side. I'm going under the table, people. I'll tell PJ hi. All right. Oh, wow. 61 people watching. No audio, Jason. Other people can hear me. Sean's onto it. PJ, give us away. Hi, PJ. You guys are awesome. Oh, it was actually a pretty stressful day. Shit, it's in there good. All right, we're gonna have to get creative here. This is why I don't like wearing pants. It hurts my game. I don't want to do it upside down. That's what she said. But sometimes you got to do what you got to do. And I guarantee the shipper had this upside down. Ready? Here we go. I'm kidding. It's not that hard. She said that. No, she didn't say that. If she was ugly, she might have said that. I said it. That was kind of rude, but it's kind of true, too. All right. Easy part done. So as I said, my fourth piece, and I've seen this in person. I saw it in New York a few weeks ago. Shit, it's tight. It is not coming out. By the way, do not leave these around your babies. Write that down. Wow. All right, we're gonna have to fold up the art box here. I don't think I'll ever resell this though, because I don't think you can get your money back for it. I won't destroy the art box. I did that when I live unboxed Prime One's The Hunter, which was probably stupid, but you know what else is stupid? Spending tens of thousands of dollars on statues. That's what Mrs. X says, and I really can't blame her. There was a piece today that kind of went up for PO. It's going to cost over $5,000. Oh, and I want it so bad. She said that too, but having a hard time justifying it. All right, we can reassemble the box. That's the important part. Maybe. Oh my goodness, it's not even moving. We definitely cannot destroy this box. I'm probably losing viewers. You guys can come back in 2 hours. The good thing is, shit, box ripped. Good thing is, you don't have to assemble this. Oh, there it is. Woo. This is the Governator. And in preparation for this, I watched T1 a few weeks ago, and I forgot how awesome that movie is. I really did. I think it's better than T2. I'm actually going to talk about that in a movie coming up. So we got the classic Queen Studios. I have number 8 of 99. All right, let's catch up. Oh, wow. Lots and lots of comments. What's with the pants? It's no pants review. This is an unboxing. Drink some more Bang. Tim is here. If you guys don't know how to pronounce his name, shame on you. It's like UH Tim. Tim. If you say a Tim or a Tim, you know, he's very sensitive, so you got to be careful. There are tons of people in here. I'm going to try and give a shout out at the end, but I've waited so long for this. She does do an awful lot of talking. Sometimes that's good though. Yeah, depending on who. All right, kind of caught up. So the other Queen Studios pieces I have are the Iron Spidey busts. They're unlicensed Joker bust, which they don't talk about ever since signing the new deal with DC. And then also I have their Anaconda versus Crocodile. Ooh, he smells funny. Huge odor coming from him. He really smells. So it comes with a brush, just like the Queen Studios the Joker did. And these work really good. Mesh, if you're still watching, this is what I use on my felt in the Magic cases. It works really good on it. So you just need to buy a Queen Studios piece. And we have black gloves, which I actually wore for Joker. AC adapter. And there is a plug right by him. I got to rebuild the shelf this weekend. Look at this big sorption packet. This is not candy, people. Do not eat. All right, you guys ready? Bump, bump. All right, it's two pieces, so I will have to assemble. First, I don't even think I looked at the base in New York. I was kind of blown away by the piece itself. So I ordered him a long time ago. Distribution was a nightmare. You know, no communication, false promises, extra money. So I was going to cancel it. And then I heard they were coming to New York, so I was like, maybe they'll have it on display. You know, they probably won't because it's sold out. But they did have it on display. So I thought, okay, that's cool. I can see if I really like it. And I loved it. And anyone that saw it in New York, you will agree as well. Okay, so that's broken. In the back here, this is broken off. But it looks like a clean break. And the lovely distribution company already told me if anything's wrong, we're not covering it. That's how good a business they are. So we're going to spread their name to everybody. So that made me worried that they were selling me a BS piece, but it looks like it's brand new unsealed. Yeah, it's a clean break. It's still going to be loose, but let's make sure the bottom matches up. Yep, number 8. I didn't know the ES on this was only $99 because they're new pieces like Wonder Woman. I think the ES on that is $500. So I'm actually really happy because this is the same price. It was $28.80 retail. Man, it smells nasty. I do want to wear the gloves. I really do that, but $3,000 piece. Would even? Oh, look at that! They used they used playing cards and they cut them up into a hand to put it as the glove. Oh, you guys are. It was all right at NYCC. Looked better than you. That's not true. Tim was sexy. Everyone at NYCC said, "Man, you're taller than I thought." Tim was less hairy than I thought. All right, where do we grab this guy by? I don't want to mess his hair up too much. But yeah, seriously, Terminator 1, watched that the other day. So freaking good. And T2 is amazing as well. But even 1, I think what I loved about 1 was the storyline for the time. You know, back in, I think that came out in 84, which I was, oh shit. Oh, that's normal, okay. Those are bullet holes. I thought we had some issues. I think the story, it was just such a solid story. All right, so I'm assuming that's the front. Oh shit, he's heavy. Well, I guess he's a android. Or sorry, cyborg. Like one of the scenes in there, I remember in Tech Noir, the nightclub, right after Michael Biehn who is in every James Cameron movie. Surprised he wasn't in the Avatar. After he blows him away for the first time, he starts to get back up, all slow-like, and Linda Hamilton's looking at him, and the music, the Mario Kassar music starts playing. Boom, 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 boom. And it's like really subtle. You hear it underneath all the shouting and running. I swear to God, his eye just moved. His human eye. Oh, snap. I didn't know that. There's a big old, I never saw this on the back, like where his microchip is. You know, I had the Cool Props sideshow bus, so the skeletal, but that broke during the earthquake in California. All right, let's see. Let's catch up on here. Oh, to be Buck. Yeah, definitely going to be some of those in the review. Oh, Osami does continually get Tim's name wrong. I can't believe Osami does that. Ooh, Persian unboxing from Iran. Aaron, it was a Hulk. That's what she said. God Hand Collectibles, Infinity Studios is making a Heath Ledger Joker size or life-size bust. Oh, Sam, that is one of my favorite pieces, and it's huge. It is huge. My when I opened it, which was probably a year ago or so, my youngest son sat in it. I will name the distributor in the review, which it probably won't air till next week. Gabriel's in the house, Vibe's in the house, Roger's in the house. Grab him by the balls. So that's a good question. Do you guys think that they had to? Yeah, they did. They even showed it. They had genitalia. What was the genitalia made out of? Because, you know, there's no bones there, so I didn't use this. Quarter scale Terminator on bike. I am not. I don't. Oh, shit. 100 people are watching this. Damn. Oh, Comic Bust. Yeah. This is $3,000. Retail was, Frank. It's probably more than that now. It looks like me. I'll take that as a fucking compliment. Unless you're saying because he's all fucked up. That would be pretty funny. All right. So we're going to see how Extreme swings. Let's set up for the review here. All right. That almost hit Goro. We're going to do a behind-the-scenes review. So you guys will see what's going on. All right. We'll leave these props out. We will go in for a closer look. We'll drink some Bang Bang. There we go. And let's pop this shit out. Let us switch cameras really quick here. So that camera is going to record the review, and this will record me recording the review. This is pre-recorded. Did you ever hear George Carlin? Well, no shit. What are you going to do? Record it afterwards? All right, so how's the view on that? We can still see this. See, there's little things. When you're doing a review, you got to make sure shit's out of camera, because when you're editing it, it just bothers the hell out of you. All right. So for you guys right here, you're going to see what it's like to record a review. And as a reminder, this is a live YouTube right here. So this will not be live. I'll edit this later. But this, once this is down, I will not make it public. So I appreciate you guys tuning in. You can see kind of the stuff I do behind the scenes. Take care, A-Tim. Let me see. Jeebus in the house. If I miss you guys, I'm sorry. Tough recall. Leave a like. Yeah, please. That'd be great. I don't know where we're at in the comments. Thanks, Tim. Be sensitive. All right. Now, since we're going to record, you know what we need to do? Actually, if you are wondering about the whole pants thing, go check out my review or my online chat with Jem, or I think it was Jem. It was with somebody, and they do the exact same thing. It's when you're home. Like, I can wear pants and jeans all day long, but the second you get home, you got to be free. But winter is coming. Winter is coming. Ooh, I need to hit record on my camera. Winter is coming, so sometimes you have to wear pants because it's so cold. All right. So this is how I do a review. I don't really plan it. The only thing I really do is I get the. It's still in the picture. I usually get the price and ES. I looked that up, but this one's really easy, so I don't have to do that. So this review, there's probably going to be more editing, and I try and do it in 3 takes, or 3 segments. First segment is the intro. Second segment is the background info and the concept and design. I do that as a continuous shot. And then the third one is the paint and sculpt up close, so that I can kind of go back and forth. What's up, Graham? Yeah, you do. It's my house. So this is a funny story. I know if other kids are at my house, you know, not my children, which happens a lot because people like to hang out here. My wife leaves pants like at the top of the stairs or outside the bedroom for me. Mr. X with the Extreme Channel here, and it is Friday night. Probably not when this airs, but you can pretend it's Friday night, and if you don't work on the weekends, you don't have to go to work tomorrow. Mr. X said so. I have a very long-awaited piece, and it's not just long-awaited because a lot of collectibles like this are, but I had a lot of problems with the distribution, and I'm ready to bash them. And people like to hear that kind of stuff, so stay tuned. And then we're going to run the intro. Figure this. Oh, I need to show that. That's pretty bad. Nice. Hey, everybody, check out, I don't even know how it's pronounced, but him and I talk a lot. Jeebus or Jebus. Check out his channel. Arnold. The other thing too, I haven't took pictures and I haven't like edited. I know that I'll want to, throw in some I'll be back. So like after I just did the intro, I'll probably have him say I'll be back and then go to the intro. I'm trying to think what other, there's so many cool lines from that. Anyway, let's get rolling. Mr. X with the Extreme Channel. Extremely excited, as I always am. That's why I don't wear pants. And this is a life-size bust of T-800 Terminator from Terminator 2. Arnold, the Governator. And I'm just ecstatic to have him. I bought him as an impulse a long time ago, and I wasn't sure where to buy him from. So I purchased from, so first of all, he's manufactured by Queen Studios. And this is my fourth Queen Studios piece. I also have the Queen Studios Iron Spider-Man I've reviewed, the Iron Spider bust. I have the Queen Studios Heath Ledger Joker bust. I've reviewed that as well. And I also have one I haven't reviewed, a Queen Studios Crocodile versus Anaconda diorama. And what I'll do right now is I'll be showing pictures of those. So I can edit this out later, because right now it's the picture of the Anaconda versus Crocodile. So a lot of this I don't plan, but my collar keeps, maybe I should do this. Cool. No, that's not cool at all. So as you may or may not know, in my theater room, I have a wall full of busts, and specifically villains or creature busts. While he doesn't necessarily fall into that category, he's close enough. And I do have some other Terminator pieces. I used to have the Cool Props Sideshow T-800 endoskeleton, as you see here. So throwing another picture. But unfortunately, there was an earthquake in California, which is 1,000 miles from me. And that same time the earthquake happened, it fell down. It wasn't an aftershock. So now it's just a pile of rubble, which is going to be really close to him. So it still kind of goes with it. This is what it looks like now. Show another picture. Then I also have a custom T-1000 bust that I privately commissioned. That's been in the works for about 6 months. And, here's a really raw photo of it. So as I said, he is manufactured by Queen Studios. Queen Studios is fairly new to the statue game. They come from movie props, is what they were really big into before they jumped in. And they've jumped in kind of... that's what he said. I was going to say they jumped in really hard, but that's what she said joke. But anyway, they jumped in really hard, and they primarily are doing busts with a few little offsets of other things. And they found this is kind of what people are loving. I also have quite a few other Queen Studios busts on order. Not quite a few, but a couple. So first, I have their Thanos bust. Picture of Thanos. I also have their Wonder Woman bust. And then I have their Loki bust, which is probably the next one coming out. And originally, when Queen Studios started distributing their stuff, they actually don't distribute their stuff. So you have to get it through a third party. So I found this place called Queen Studios Distribution. And they actually distributed my very first piece from them, the Anaconda versus Crocodile diorama. And it came great, no problems, no issues. So I purchased this from them, and I put down a deposit of $800. And in June of this year, they said, okay, it's time to ship. Send us the rest of the money and shipping money. So send us another $2,800 or however much it was. So I did, and a few weeks went by, and I messaged them, where's it at? Oh, it'll come later this month. This was July. Nothing. End of July, I messaged them, where's it at? It'll come at the beginning of August. Great. A couple weeks went by, messaged them, where's it at? We'll know by August 21st. As you can imagine, a pattern happened there. Well, then I was at New York Comic Con on December 2nd or 3rd, or October 2nd or 3rd. Shit, I'm a time traveler. And they messaged me and they said, hey, we have a great opportunity for you. If you're at New York Comic Con, you can take the one there and get a discount. I'm like, fantastic. Let's talk about that. What kind of discount are you willing to offer me? They said, you will not have to pay for shipping. I was like, no shit, Sherlock. I would take it with me. What other discount? Well, you won't have to pay for taxes. Okay, well, it's a piece that you guys use at cons and it's been previously displayed. Anything else? That's a good deal. If you don't want it, we'll give it to someone else. Well, I'll give it to someone else. New York Comic Con went by. Then a few weeks later, they messaged me and they said, we finally have one. We're ready to go. you have two choices. We can declare $824 or $3,000. Well, if you have stuff shipped to America, whatever they declare, anything over $800, you're taxed on. I don't know why they couldn't declare $799 because then I'd have no taxes, but it was $824. So I chose $824 because I was only taxed $60, which I had to pay DHL, where I would have had to pay them about $250 for the full amount. They also made it very clear if anything's broken on it that it's at my own risk. Well, unfortunately, we did have a broken piece. So check out this picture right here. But it looks pretty clean, but it's so I can fix it with just some glue. But it's very discouraging when you buy a $3,000 piece and it's broken. Speaking of $3,000, this actually cost $2,880 was the retail price on that. And they only made 99 of them, so it's a very rare piece, and I'm ecstatic I got it because Terminator is timeless. I don't think Dark Fate, the newest movie, has come out, but I will definitely see it. Huge Terminator fan. I grew up with it. Terminator 2 was one of the first R-rated movies I went to see, at least R-rated movies that drop the F-bomb all the time. And Terminator 1, I grew up, I think I probably saw it. It came out in 84. I probably saw it when I was about 8, 9 years old, and not in the theater, but at home. And I was just equally impressed. And Terminator 2, some of the coolest special effects of the time. It was just a fantastic movie. And who doesn't like Arnold Schwarzenegger? So I'm in love with this piece, without a doubt. I'm trying to think of you guys, and this is fucking up my chi. All right. So now I am going to have a transition during this. And I'm going to tell them why. I'm going to blame you guys. So that's why I purchased him. I'm ecstatic to have him. He's going to be awesome in the Extreme Collection. You probably just saw a transition there, and that's because people are actually watching me film this live. So they're watching me. And there's 93 people watching me right now. Creepy. Because they know I don't have pants on. Anyway, let's do the dimensions on him. Let's do that. And move my bang bang. Make sure I don't spill my bang bang. He is about 30 inches tall. Deep, I'm going to say he is 11 and a half inches deep. And wide is probably the base. He's right at 14 and a quarter inches. If you want to know in centimeters, then you shouldn't be... I had a really smart joke. You guys are really fucking me up. So I'll just cut it there. Man, there's going to be a lot of transitions. And yet another transition. I apologize if that transition was painful. Just wait. The review is about to get a lot worse. So let's talk about concept and design with this guy. And with Bus, it's kind of different. There's really not a lot going on. For example, concept, it's a concept. That's what it is. There's not really a lot to it. Did I just say it's a concept? Okay. So now I am going to edit that out and start over. The entire review. No, just the concept and design. So after we did the measurements and I did that transition. But I really like that line I did of the review's about to get a lot worse because that annoys certain people. And I like to annoy certain people because then they watch more. It's like a train wreck. People like to watch a train wreck or a car crash. Sorry, there was another transition because, as I said, I have 92 people watching me, and it's making me nervous. So if you didn't like those transitions, just hold on because the review is about to get a whole lot worse anyway. But anyway, let's jump into the concept and design of this piece. And with concept and design of a bust, it's hard to talk about it because it's a bust. He's not in a position. He doesn't have arms. He doesn't have legs. He doesn't have balls, as somebody asked earlier who's watching me live. But let's just jump into it. So he does have a very cool base. One of the things I like about Queen Studios, for example, their Joker base that I have, it really ties to the character. So this looks like something Skynet related. It looks like whether it's a factory or a ship, really reminds me of Terminator Salvation. And it does have the nameplate in the front. And I normally don't like nameplates, but this is pretty badass. And it's interesting. It says 3D, which we're going to talk about in a second. But moving on up, they did Terminator battle damage. So this is later in the movie. This is probably after he took his little tumble after they froze T1000 in the smolting plant. I think that's what it's called, smolting plant. And very stoic, very scary. Their pieces typically don't have a lot of expression on them, and I think that's the safe way to do it because more buyers will appreciate it. If you go too far in either direction, people will complain. And he's torn up and he's bloody. The blood looks real. We're going to see that in the close-ups and the paint and sculpt. Very, very cool. Now back to the 3D. Universal Studios used to have a live show called Terminator 3D or something around this range, and that was fantastic, especially when it came out like in the 90s. And they had it for about 25 years or so. I don't know the exacts, but I've seen it many times. So I don't know if this is in relation to that or if it's 3D because the statue is 3D. Maybe somebody who is more knowledgeable about this piece can actually fill me in the bottom or in the comments. I don't want to be filled in the bottom. She might have said that. I don't know. That was a pretty good one. Did you guys like that one? I did. So now we're doing another transition because you guys are commenting the shit out of stuff. I'm losing viewers. Am I saying so, Cody? Shit. Is it pleather? It's leather. It's actually leather. I'd hope so. Torn leather jacket. Another transition. Cool thing is my editing software, which I use iMovie, if you guys are curious, has like 30 transitions you can choose from. And nobody really notices which one you use. But anyway, before we dive into the paint and sculpt, one other really cool design feature this guy has is he actually lights up via AC adapter. So here are some pictures of him lit up via AC adapter. Just a really cool feature. And I'm not a big light up fan by any means, but it's nice that they have this. It just gives that statue a little extra oomph. Helps you appreciate the fact that you just dropped $3,000 on this. And here's the funny thing. I don't know what it looks like lit up, guys. I'm just talking like I do. So when I take pictures later, I'll see what it looks like. And if it doesn't look good, then I'll kind of do a voiceover on here's the light up feature. It's really not that good. I'm fibbing. I'm not fibbing. I'm making an educated guess. And if it's not that, then I do voiceovers later. What's up, man? Blah, blah, annoyed. So I got a funny story about him. You know, there's a few haters on every channel. And when I see them, I'm like, oh my God, guys, you're annoying. They're just annoying. It's like, why do you keep watching if you think I'm annoying as fuck, for those of you that saw that post today? So whenever I'd see annoyed, I think somebody was writing annoyed whenever I'd see that comment, but it was actually a blah annoyed. Craig, what's up, buddy? I haven't seen you in a while. Well, I've never seen you, but I've seen you on your videos, but in a non-creepy way. So now we're going to do paint and sculpt. You guys ready? Oh, yeah. Another transition to talk to the other people. If you missed this live online feed, it probably wasn't that good. But numbers are going back up. Anytime I do live feeds that aren't scheduled, like if they're not a chat with someone else, I don't keep them online. So you got to catch them while they're there. Swear to God, his eye just moved. But let's get into the actual review of the paint and sculpt. And as always, we're going to start at the bottom and kind of make our way up. And there's a lot of different things going on here because he is half flesh and half machine. So for those of you that watched the last time I did this, that little 10-second parody right after let's talk about paint and sculpt is because I need about 10 seconds for that paint and sculpt subtitle to stay up there before I go into close-ups, because I don't want that to be in there for the close-ups. Later, Rome. Yeah, I'm not on tonight, but I will definitely try and catch it from a volleyball game. Not me playing. I might play because I suck. I'm good at sand volleyball, unless the opponents are, you know. So while I talk about paint and sculpt too, they can't see me, so that's usually, like, I usually catch up on my email while I'm doing it. or my 14 new text messages. Starting at the base as usual, first of all, I love the color on this. It is a wash. It almost looks like a child painted it when you first look at it, but I think it's very intentional to give it this kind of effect with the different grays and blacks that they use. And it looks washed out in a very cool way. Again, it's what I said kind of in the intro or in the background information. It looks like it's part of the future. It's kind of old, been through a lot of battle. And here on the front, you see the nameplate I was talking about, T800, which is his model number, and Terminator 2, Judgment Day 3D. And yeah, I don't know if you can tell in the pictures or not, but the letters are raised up. So they're not engraved, whatever the opposite of engraved, they're upgraved. I don't know what that word would be. And then the bottom is just kind of this rectangular base with two levels. So I call this the sub base here. Again, the same coloring, not really a lot going on until you get to the back. There's two little portals that look like pipes that it's coming out of. And right above that, you see where the AC adapter and the power button is, but there's also these other pipes. This is what was broken that I told you, and it maintains that same color scheme throughout, and these almost look like thrusters or something of that nature. And then behind it, you have some dials and switches. Almost looks like a furnace, like I said, very futuristic. Kind of reminds me of the factory that she crushed the T-800 in Terminator 1, when she said, "You're terminated, fucker," one of the best lines. And the sides are very similar too. A lot of weird stuff going on. Looks like panels and hoses and tubes in that same metallic color. Looks really, really cool. And in this statue, I would call this the after sub base. And then you have another base kind of on top of that the T800 is actually sitting on. So it is two separate pieces. I forgot to mention that. The base is one piece, then Arnold is another. And then let's move up to Arnold. First, I want to look at his jacket. A few people asked, is this pleather? It is real leather, to my knowledge. And it's really cool because when I was pulling him out of the box, I thought he was torn or missing some buttons, but that's a weathered effect. So they actually ripped the buttons off. But it looks good. I mean, it's a mixed media leather jacket. Not going to spend too much time on it. And then let's look at his chest here. First of all, one thing I really remember more so from Terminator 3 is his chest, when his armor shows, it actually juts out. So it looks like if he actually had skin over it, it'd look really funny, but it looked just like this in Terminator 3. So I would tend to think that this is correct. This is done correctly. And it's a different metallic color than the bottom part. It's a lot more silver with flecks of black all throughout it. And you see kind of a Allen wrench portal right in the middle. Assumably that's where his power cell is, which we actually don't learn until the next movie. But then look at the skin. So first, the blood around him it's fantastic. It looks disgusting. It reminds me of like a latex haunted house horror type setup. I'm not big into Halloween costumes. However, I did miss out on one of the Jack of the Dust costumes I wanted. Go check out their website. But just look at this. I think the color is good. They use different shades of red. It's not what blood would look like in real life, but it's what blood would look like in the movies, which is typically, most of us don't see this kind of carnage in real life. So then you see a little bit of the skin color here, and it's very dirty, which we're going to focus more on that around his neck and head because we have a much better view. But you see his torn shirt. Again, there's signifying bullet holes, and right underneath that are bullet wounds, a couple of those. And I like the fact that there's just 2 or 3, so it's not too many, it's not overpowering. Reminds me of the scene when Sarah was pulling out his bullets, asking if will these heal up. But it's his shirt. We're not going to talk too much about it. Then I'm going to move to his portrait. So let's look at his skin. First of all, one of the things you're going to see on the skin is you're going to see flecks of hair because it actually is real hair. So just like everyone's hair, sometimes it sheds. And a little bit is falling off here and there, but I think that adds to the realism. They use medical grade silicone, which is supposed to last, I think, 20 to 50 years or however long. Someone can put it in the comments what it is. But it looks like real skin. It's fantastically done. The sculpt of his neck looks like a real neck, kind of has your classic male V-neck with the Adam's apple at the front. And you see some veins in there, which, as you guys know, Arnold and the Terminator were very buff. And they used some cool paint to show that blue aspect of the veins, kind of like you see in sculpted statues sometimes, which obviously this is sculpted too. And to the touch, if you're wondering, the skin is very sticky and moist. There's some jokes in there. And here you see, I wouldn't say they're bullet holes, they may be, but they're very small bullet holes, but a lot more battle damage. And interestingly enough, you really can't see metal underneath here because his endoskeleton neck is very skinny. So there'd be a lot of muscle and tissue. So it looks like human damage. You don't see really any endoskeleton in the damage of his neck. Then let's move up to his portrait, and I'm going to divide this into two portions. First, his human-like portion with a little bit of battle damage, and then his endoskeleton portion where his face has essentially been ripped off. First right here, again, it looks great. They added some real 5 o'clock shadow. So he has real hair embedded into his chin and up his jawline. That is fantastic. It's realistic as hell. And again, the skin just spot on. You see some veins in there. I think the likeness, which we talked about in the concept and design, is very, very accurate. I think they did a great job. And as you look at it close, just the subtle designs of the cheekbones. And there's a little bit more flesh tones, like some color in his cheeks, like there would be a human being. Check out his lips here. Pursed together, they look like real lips. Somebody said something inappropriate about Wonder Woman, but it will not surprise me if people are kissing Wonder Woman. They got Arnie's nose, absolutely spot on. And then look at his eyes. So they do use glass eyes, which are, you ever see someone with a glass eye or kind of a lazy eye and it looks like it's looking behind you? This one will not do that, but it's the same type of eye there. Looks fantastic, great coloring. And his eyebrows, they got Arnie's eyebrows perfect, and it is also very, it's rooted in. I don't want to touch it because I don't want any of it to fall out. And then check out some of the battle wounds he has over here. Again, you really can't see the endoskeleton underneath it, which I think that's a tiny bit of a miss because on his face, like under his cheekbones, you would see that. But you can see his endoskeleton on the other side. Very, very cool. It's just so cool. Let's start at the top here. So first of all, some of his hairline is like ripped away. Motherfucker. Guess what? Because I don't want double feedback for you guys, the mic to the camera has been off this entire time. So everything I was recording, whoosh, gone. I shit you not. I got to redo all that. All of that. Fuck me, I ain't doing it tonight. Let's go through the comments. Fuck. But that's how I do a review. Man, I'm pissed. I could use this audio from the video. Let me try that. That's probably less work. So I will save this and then yeah, that's what I'm going to try and do. Sean, this review has been terminated. That's what I'm going to try and do. I'm going to try and use the audio from this video, but I'm turning it on now. Guys, let me know if you hear double feedback right now. Noob. Yeah, you've never done that, Jem. You know you've recorded whole reviews with the microphone off. At least I've never spilled Tito's all over my keyboard. Yeah, thanks, Josiah. I think I can do that. It'll be a little harder editing, so it might take me an extra 20 minutes, but that's better than doing all this. Fees in the house. Don't hear double. Awesome. So we're almost done with the review. That's an awesome comment right there. All right, let me hide this. So this is for the camera. This is where we're going to start and talk about his head. Or his battle damage head. It's a note to myself because I probably won't review this tonight. All right, don't hear double. Cool. So starting at the top here, it looks like a lot of his hair has actually been removed. And you see the top of his endoskeleton here, his skull. It almost looks like where his brain chip is, at least in the Cool Props sideshow piece. And again, it has that fantastic bloody, wet skin all around it. As I said, it doesn't look like it would in real life, but it does look like it does in the movies. It does, it does. And you even see some blood stain on the endoskeleton, which I think is perfect. They went that extra mile, and it looks like it's dried a little bit, and it looks wet at the same time. It's kind of hard to describe. And then you see a whole bunch of red, kind of almost looks like it's pulsating skin in between that top head part, and then his cheekbone and eye. And here you see the classic Terminator eye. It's kind of a, what's the word I'm looking for? It's just the, shit. See here, I can edit the, well, I'm going to use this reviews. It's kind of the iconic, that's the word I'm looking for. It's kind of the iconic piece of Terminator, that red eye. You see it underneath the sunglasses. I don't have any cool sunglasses to put on him. But again, some blood splatter on the actual endoskeleton itself. And right around the eye looks really, really cool. There's some blood and guts back there, which that's an awesome addition. And then I want to look down here. You almost see, you actually do see not only his jaw, but some of the pistons and mechanisms that work for the jaw. And then you see a little bit of his teeth on the inside, which, again, just a shout out to Queen Studios. Awesome, awesome addition. And then let's look at his hair. So the classic Arnie spiked back look, and it's kind of all over the place like real hair. Very, very cool. I don't want to touch it. I don't want to brush it. It's just, it's the blacks and browns. It's real, real hair. And I don't know how they root that in. If it's one piece at a time, that would take freaking forever. But another thing to note, on the back of his skull, he has like a piece missing. And I'm not sure what's going on here, why they did this. You're not going to see it from the back. And I don't remember this as being an integral part of the movie at all. But again, it has that red skin all over it. Very, very cool. So now if you guys... I think I can do it, actually. Or wait, can I know? Because my voiceover, shit, yeah, it'll be like Godzilla. It's gonna be like Godzilla movies. You're right. Shit. Fuck. Now, one thing I don't know if you guys noticed or not, but when we were talking about paint and sculpt, I said in likeness, like we talked about in the concept and design. I forgot to talk about it in the concept and in design, and I remember that I forgot about it, so I would go back and do another quick edit in concept and design about the likeness. All right. Shit, it is going to be Godzilla-like. Fuck. Because I'm going to have to line up the audio with the video. Maybe I should just air this right here. I don't know. Honestly, what I'm probably going to do is I'm not going to be able to take this audio and line it up with that video. So I'm probably going to reshoot the entire first part. And, you know, it burns me out. I don't like to do that shit twice in a row because I like to have original thoughts and I like to be spontaneous. And if I try and do it right now, I'm going to try and repeat some of the stuff I said. And I don't like that. Harsh, Craig. So I'll probably do it in like a week or so. God, that pisses me off. I'll probably do it tomorrow, reshoot it tomorrow. But let's talk about the likeness. Oh, you know what? That's a great idea, Ark. We're going to reshoot part of the beginning. Actually, we're going to reshoot all the beginning. We're going to do that. We're going to say, I got it. Genius. Thank you. Thank you, Justin. I used a real name. So check out this likeness. They did a fantastic job on his likeness. And I know some people were concerned about that. And when I think it was either one of the protos or one of the first in-hand pictures that came out, people were flipping out. They were really scared that the likeness was off. But I'll tell you, in person, it is fantastic. Obviously, the battle damage side is a little harder to determine unless I go back and watch the movie. But the other side, there's no doubt this is Arnold Schwarzenegger. They got his nose, his jawline, his ears, his forehead, his hair. Look at these pictures. It is fantastically done. Watch this. This is what we're going to add to the front of it. All right, here we go. This is what we're going to do at the beginning of it. Today we have a disclaimer before we go into the movie. I flew to New York Comic Con a few weeks ago, and on the plane they had Godzilla. And I hadn't watched it yet, but everyone was raving how good it was. So I decided to watch it. And I was incredibly disappointed because everybody's words matched up with their lips. So I decided I'm going to do a review that is true Godzilla-like, where my words will not match up with my lips. Disclaimer, please. Yeah, I'll reshoot that. That was really good until the end. Take care, Craig. Oh, that's a great idea too, Robin. I might use that. I'm going to film show clips of Short Circuit instead of Terminator. So this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to refilm that little disclaimer, and then I'm going to refilm another disclaimer about these are my thoughts. And it depends how I hang on, I got to read this email. Okay, I don't care about that. I do, but all right. Hey, everybody. I have a special announcement disclaimer before we get into this piece. Recently, I was on a plane and I watched the new Godzilla movie. I've been dying to watch it because everyone said it was so good, and I was very disappointed. I was disappointed because as I watched it, every time somebody moved their mouth, the words matched up perfectly, and that is not Godzilla to me. So I decided to do a review that is in true Godzilla style. End of disclaimer. There we go. Take care, Graham. Drink something for me, man. I can't drink too much right now because I got to take my daughter to volleyball probably soon. Oh, not soon. I still have like an hour. Now we're going to do the other disclaimer that Robin said for a voiceover. Hey guys, we have a disclaimer before we start. I've been very sick lately and I have lost my voice, but I really wanted to review this piece for you guys. So I'm just going to give you my thoughts on this piece. So stay tuned. But then I'm going to have to sit here for like 15 minutes just moving it around because they'll see my lips moving. Oh, the controversial one, Brian? No, I do not have that. It is very nice. So now do I want to just sit there thinking and like this for 15 minutes? Or do I want to actually reshoot? I don't want to reshoot it because I think my thoughts were pretty good. Don't you guys? My words were pretty good. Okay. Well, Brian said yep to another question, but I'll take it as an answer to this question. Oh, I realized you guys can't even see it anymore. There you go. Oh, and I think my logo is covering him up. Still is, son of a bitch. I can move him. But then, there you go. All right, so now I just got to sit here with my thoughts. Kind of like this idea better, don't you guys think? Than the Godzilla idea. I'm going to turn off. I got it. Hey, Siri. Set a timer for 15 minutes.
Okay. 15 minutes and counting.
She's Australian. My Siri is. So now I just got to make sure they don't see me talking. It really doesn't need to be 15 minutes. It's probably about 8 minutes worth. I don't think people will be as involved, though, if there's just words coming. Hey, Siri. Set a timer for 5 minutes. Yeah, I think the Godzilla is going to be the way to go. Yeah, because I think if I do just the thinking, you're going to sit there basically, and you'll see the piece, which people don't come in to see me, but they'll be like this. You'll just see me like this, and even though you'll hear it, it's just when you're watching something on YouTube and someone's speaking, you kind of look at them and stare at them, whether you like it or not. Yeah. Oh, let me get the piece back in the picture though, so you guys can see that. But so that's kind of how I do a review, guys. I think I'm going to cut it off in a minute here. We're dropping people. Really appreciate everyone jumping on. I think that was the quickest we ever jumped to 100. It was like in 5 minutes. So very, very cool, guys. This will not be left up there publicly. If someone saw the link, they'll still be able to get to it. But only about 10% of people go to my YouTube's has analytics up the ass, which would be uncomfortable. But only about 10% of people that watch the videos actually click on the alert. They are directed straight from the alert. But thanks so much for watching, guys. So that's kind of how I do a review. I wing it, and sometimes shit like this happens. Yep, pretty much. No, I'm pretty straightforward, but you'll see pictures. It's a pretty clean break. So take care, guys. Have a great Friday night. By the way, if you are sitting, chilling tonight, go check out DCX Darth Castle Open Mic. Definitely a really good show on YouTube. Take care, guys.